All right, today we're going to look at the sales that I had for August. I'm a little bit frustrated right now because I just did this video and did not press the record button. So here we are again. You can see for August I had $342 in sales, which is about my average, which is not bad because summer is historically the low sales months of the year. So September, October through December should be better. You can see my highest month was $571. That was in April. My lowest month was in May, right after that. So let's look at what sold in August. 42 clips sold, or at least there were 42 sales. Some of these are the same clips selling multiple times. Out of the 42 that sold, I counted 14 that were 100% mine, 14 that were mine, and the rest were ones where I did, in a few cases, the editing and the curation. In most cases, just the curation. And so I don't want to look at necessarily what each one sold for. For each sale, you can get a dollar or two, or you can get a couple $100. The $100 plus sales are not that common for me. I get 6 or 8 a year, and happy to get them when they come in. It's always a nice surprise. But the first clip I sold in August is one of a refugee camp in Iraq, and there's refugee news every day, especially since Afghanistan is in the headlines, and so this kind of clip is always going to be a good one to have in your library. I travel to Iraq and the Middle East, other countries in the Middle East and North Africa every other month, so it's easy for me to get. I realize not a lot of people can get this type of thing. Also, I don't want to take an expensive camera into these camps. I don't think it looks right. I think the people will resent that type of thing. And so I do these with my smartphone, and I try to do them when nobody is looking at me, just because I think it sends the wrong message. It's not why I'm there. I'm not there to collect stock footage. That's just something that happens. In addition, so I sell a lot of those. Almost every month I'm selling something that's from a refugee camp. This is from my partner, Tristan Turner, who lives in California City. And this is just really not far from where he lives. This is the power of collaboration. Let me pause it right here because this is why this clip is selling, I'm sure. The road is being covered, engulfed by sand. You got a sandstorm coming across the top. And think of all the keywords you can add to that, including the obvious ones of Mojave Desert and arid, dry, harsh climate. But also you've got sandstorm, lost, alone, afraid, all the things that you can put in there. And this sells over and over again. Even this month there'll be 3 or 4 sales of this, if not this clip, a clip similar to it. And Tristan doesn't have a lot of these clips of the desert road, but Tristan is selective when he films these types of videos and does it when the weather is different and unique. And they sell. This is a water taxi along the Nile, either in Sudan or Egypt. I go to both places. Probably filmed with a G9. I usually take a G9 to that because of the embodied image stabilization is really good. It's very hazy at time at sunset. This is right above my home in Utah in a place called, this is in the news, this little part of the valley is in the news a lot. It's called Silicon Slopes because a lot of startup companies and tech companies are moving here. And the people working in these companies are buying these houses. It's in the news a lot, and so it sells. This is probably from COVID. My wife couldn't go to the gym anymore, so she bought a stationary bicycle, and I taped her for a few seconds, and it sold. This is from my friend in Thailand. He is a great concept creator. He'll think of a concept, and the film he does for it is clear what it's about. His name is Nattawat, but I call him Jade. He calls himself Jade because it's easier for us Westerners to say. This is one that I did the editing as well as the curation for. So he sent me a regular clip, and then we had this idea: what if we added some lines and made it green, as if it were, a surveillance camera or something. And apparently, it was worth doing. Another one from my friend my friend Tristan in the Mojave Desert of a sunrise. He goes out every morning that there's a good sky, and every night, and sometimes all night. Another one from Tristan. This one I think is cool because it's got the Jeep hood on it, and the Jeep hood is scarred from damage from the sun, which is probably common when you live in the Mojave. This is from my friend Anders Friberg, who lives in Norway. He is a thrill-seeking death diver. This is called death diving. We don't sell a lot of these, but he's going to these events anyway. He participates in these events, and I think he's even won some of them. And the championship for death diving is in the end of August or early September. So the only time we sell them is really this time of year. And we sold 5 of them this month. I think that's probably more than we've ever sold. But still, as the year goes on, if the sport becomes popular, it'll sell more. This is a woman who is a medicine healer in Brazilian Amazon, and she's also learned some modern medical techniques, and she combines the two. She combines tribal historical medicine with modern medicine. She's helping people with coronavirus. This was filmed by my friend Ivan Canabrava. Ivan films a lot of things. It's almost all editorial. He's kind of a news. He gets news kind of editorial contracts all the time, and he sends them to Adam Jabalt. And when Adam is too busy or has more than he can do, then Ivan will send some to me as well. So it's kind of a 3-way collaboration. More death diving. This is also from Anders. He was doing some low light stuff, and this is also how collaboration can work. My recollection was he was doing some of this with dropping money on the table or different things, and I said, why don't you drop your wedding ring on there, and we'll do a divorce series or a breaking up separated series, which is sad, but a concept. The point is, it's a clear concept. Another one from my friend in Thailand, Jade, who also works with these beautiful models. And this one, he's got walking through a restaurant door. He's got the focus on the door and the model and the bokeh in the background. It's just beautiful. He's got high-end cinema cameras. This is from my friend Sabrina. Sabrina has a production film company, which I will show you here and link down below. And she had this concept of, this is a friend of hers, and they went to a town and they figured, hey, why not go to the town and do this, going to a college town, and a graduate student going to a college town or something. And she's kind of cool and hip, and so it's a good concept. This is not old. This is a brand new clip, and it's sold already. In fact, a series from that Sabrina did sold several times. This is also from Sabrina. Smudging, which you can look up. I had to look it up and learn about it in order to do the metadata. Notice how she's focused on the smoke and the end of the smudge, and everything else is blurred, and it gives a surreal feel to it, which goes right along with the concept of what smudging is. This is also from Anders. In addition to doing death diving, he works in a body shop, and he's the manager, so he can get property releases too. And we sell regularly body shop stuff. Okay, this is interesting because this is from Abiodun Abey, who lives in northern Nigeria. People always ask me, I'm traveling here, I'm traveling there, what should I film? Regardless of where you're traveling, my answer is also always the same. Don't film the touristy landmark areas. It's been done over and over and over again. You're going to Africa, film villages, film people, film markets. I think this is a political rally of some kind. Look at these guys here have these long muskets. Boko Haram is active in this part of Nigeria. These Okada motorcycles, they're called Okadas. They're in the news all the time. There's a number of reasons why somebody's going to buy this clip, but the main reason is it's the only clip like it. Nobody else has a Dawako village clip. You look up Dawako in the village in the agencies, you're not going to find any other clips. You buy this one or you buy nothing. But there's a ton of clips of leopards or lions or whatever in Africa. And there's nothing wrong with uploading that stuff. But really, if you want sales, film stuff that others aren't doing. Film the slums, film the cultural events that are taking place, film the what people are doing, what people are eating, and I don't mean in the nice restaurants. This is a clip, I did a series of clips of myself just putting the camera on a tripod, and I called them Insomnia, and they sell from time to time. This is a weird one. This is a picture, and then I did digital dragonflies, and then I animated them. Took me a long time to learn it. It was fun to learn. It sells now and then. It sold twice this month and other things like it. But I don't know that it is really worth all the effort I put into it. But there you have it. This is another one from Sabrina. Probably at a spa or maybe in a hotel suite or something. Very clear, good concept. Another digital animation I did, heart separating. Maybe the person who bought this bought Anders throwing his wedding ring on the table. I don't know. Again, I don't know. If you really love doing animations, they can sell. But I think you have to be a master to make a living doing that, to get a number of sales. Another desert road from Tristan. Again, not just any clip of a road. This is different. Unique place, different kind of weather and landscape. Another one from Sabrina, same friend who did the hipster college student in the college town, also did this one, probably camping, different emotions. She would film people at the, happy, laughing, frustrated, tired. I love wildlife, and so yes, I'm going to upload wildlife from time to time, but the bottom line is it's saturated. There's a lot of talented people doing it. These are a pair of great horned owls, and they sell from time to time, but I have hundreds of wildlife videos up, and I only get a sale or two a month. Tristan Turner, in addition to doing the desert landscapes and time lapses, his wife is a talented homemaker, and he films her cooking all kinds of things, and these are timeless. I think these will sell for years. That's just a good, well exposed, slow motion sauce being poured on the broccoli and beef. It's just good stuff. Another one from Abiodun Abey, and this one is Yashi Village. Same reason this sold that the other one sold. Nobody else has aerial video of Yashi Village. Nobody. Film the slums. Film the places that no one else is going to. More death diving from Anders. These crazy people. Okay. This is another one from Jade. He had the concept here of beauty queen, pageant winner, contestant. You look at this and you can get a good idea of the keywords you can put in here. Another one of Tristan's wife making some salsa maybe. Looks like she's got green onions and cilantro and a lime. More death diving, more digital animations. In this case, I did one where your computers, all the data is being stolen or something. I don't know. I'm not trying to encourage you to do this because honestly, I think it's something I spent a ton of time. It was fun to learn, but it really is not going to sell a lot. Another concept from Jade, testing the water. This is an irrigation canal near his mother-in-law's house, I think he told me. And, you test the pH and the acidity and that type of thing. He did this one, and then he did another one. Looks similar, but a different testing mechanism. And they both sold. Maybe the same person, I don't know. But point being, think about things that will sell. This is Enders doing this dive, and he did a whole series of him cutting the ice out and setting up this shot. I believe he is a spokesman for an underwear company, this underwear he's wearing, and he does social media stunts for them, in addition to his auto body work and death diving and other things. The smudging video sold again this month. It sold several times. Okay, this is a cut of people in Basra, where the swamp Arabs live. They were targeted by Saddam Hussein. Anyway, I was down there visiting them and pulled out my smartphone during this village banquet. Here's another one. Again, if you're going to go places, film what other people are not filming. Another one of the dragonflies, and another one from my friend in Nigeria. This one of a water treatment plant. And then lastly, I sell these from time to time. All of my grandkids play lacrosse. One of these girls playing is my granddaughter. It doesn't necessarily matter which one. But every time this time of year when lacrosse season comes up and they're signing up kids for lacrosse, somebody buys some of these clips. And sometimes lacrosse is in the news, or for whatever reason, or children sports are in the news, and they sell. I think it's other sports are probably saturated. My kids play football and basketball as well. My grandkids, I should say. But I don't know that those would sell just because there's so many people doing it, and there really needs to be an editorial reason to upload something if you don't have the releases. And I wouldn't do a lot of these, but having that type of stuff in your library is worthwhile, and it doesn't take long. You're at the game anyway. So let's go back to the dashboard. I'd like to bring you this type of content every month and show you what's sold, and you can help just look at the diversity there. And I also think of what this might mean to somebody. In addition to making some passive income for myself, I'm enabling other people who may not speak English that well or don't have the time, in the case of Tristan and Sabrina, to do their own metadata. And so, you're enabling other people to make a little bit of cash on the side. And in my case, where I'm approaching, 5 to 7 years from now, I want to retire. And I expect this to be up over $1,000 by then a month. And that can make a big difference in somebody's retirement years. So that's why I do it. If you like this kind of content, hit the like button, and I'll keep doing it at the end of every month. Thank you for subscribing and for watching. Have a good day.